The O-1 visa is for persons of extraordinary ability in the arts, sciences, education, athletics, television, and motion picture industry. The O-1 visa is a non-immigrant employment-based visa classification for individuals of extraordinary ability in sciences, education, business, arts, or athletics, or individuals of extraordinary achievement in the motion picture and televisions industries. The O-1 application requires a preponderance of evidence that the individual has extraordinary ability. The evidence submitted must demonstrate that the individual is one of a small percentage who have risen to the very top of the field of endeavor. If approved for O-1 sponsorship, the process requires the employer to file a petition for a non-immigrant worker, Form I-129, along with all the supporting documentation that the individual meets the O-1 eligibility criteria. In many cases, even if the O-1 application is approved, the individual must travel home, get the O-1 visa, and return to the U.S. before being able to work in O-1 status. The O-1 visa is for persons of extraordinary ability in the arts, sciences, education, athletics, television, and motion picture industry. Short-term work visas are available to certain people doing specialized work, including the O-1 visa for outstanding workers in the sciences, arts, athletics, education, or business. A job offer from a U.S. employer is a basic requirement for the O-1 visa. There is no annual limit on the number of people who can receive O-1 visas. The O-1 non-immigrant visa is commonly referred to as 1. O-1A, individuals with an extraordinary ability in the sciences, education, business, or athletics, not including the arts, motion pictures, or television industry. 2. O-1B, individuals with an extraordinary ability in the arts, entertainment, or extraordinary achievement in motion picture or television industry. An O-1 visa is a non-immigrant visa for people who have extraordinary ability in a specific field. O-1 visas are initially valid for up to 3 years. They can be extended in 1-year increments, with no maximum limits. The U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS, determines who qualifies for an O-1 visa. 1. People with sustained national or international acclaim in the sciences, arts, business, education, athletics, or motion picture and television. 2. People who have received major internationally recognized awards, such as the Nobel Prize. 3. People who are members of prestigious organizations that require outstanding achievements. 4. People who have been invited to speak at major conferences or events. USCIS decides whether an individual qualifies for O-1 classification. The O-1 visa is employer-specific, which means that a USCIS-approved petition that was submitted by the employer only authorizes the scholar to work in the position specified in the petition filed by employer. If granted an O-1 visa, you can typically expect it to be valid for up to 3 years. However, the specific length of your visa could vary based on the project or event you will be working on in the U.S. If you need to stay in the U.S. longer than your initial visa allows, you can request extensions in 1-year chunks. As long as you continue to meet the high standards of the O-1 visa category, there is no limit to how many extensions you can get. Be sure to pay attention to the end date on your I-94 card, which is what they staple to your passport when you enter the U.S. This will tell you how long you are actually allowed to stay in the country. How to organize the evidence accompanied with the O-1 visa application. To effectively organize evidence for an O-1 visa application, you should meticulously categorize documents based on the specific O-1 eligibility criteria, clearly label each document, include a table of contents outlining the evidence submitted for each criteria, and provide English translations for any foreign language documents, ensuring all supporting materials are presented in a logical and easy-to-navigate format. Follow the tips below for how to organize the evidence accompanied with the O-1 visa application. 1. Provide all required documentation and evidence with the O-1 visa application when filed. O-1 visa application may be denied, or may be issued a request for evidence, RFE, in the instances where the required evidence described in the instructions and regulations are not initially provided. If providing photocopies of documents, provide clear legible copies. 2. All foreign language documents must be submitted with a corresponding English translation. The English translation must be certified by a translator who is competent to translate and must verify in writing that the translation is true and accurate to the best of the translator's abilities. It is helpful if the English translation is stapled to the foreign language document. 3. If documenting the alien's publications or citations of the alien beneficiary's work, highlight the alien's name in the relevant articles. It is not necessary to send a full copy of a dissertation, thesis, or research paper written by the alien beneficiary, or one in which the alien beneficiary's work has been cited. Include the title page and the portions that cite the alien's work. 4. Tab and label the evidentiary exhibits at the bottom of the first page of each exhibit, and provide a list of the evidentiary exhibits and the eligibility criteria that each exhibit is submitted to establish for petitions supported by a substantial amount of documentation. An exhibit that is being provided to meet multiple eligibility criteria should be so identified in the exhibit list. The following are important steps for organizing your O-1 visa evidence. 1. Categorize by eligibility criteria. Divide documents into sections based on the O-1 criteria, such as sustained national or international acclaim, high level of expertise, critical commercial success, leading or critical role in the field, high remuneration, or other relevant evidence. 2. Labeling and indexing. Clearly label each document with a unique identifier. Use a numbering system for easy reference. Include a brief description of the document content on the label. This helps the adjudicator quickly understand its relevance. 3. Table of contents. Create a detailed table of contents. List each document category and the corresponding document numbers, making it easy to locate specific evidence. 4. Translation for foreign documents. Provide certified English translations for all non-English documents. Ensure translations are accurate and completed by a professional translator. 5. Highlighting key information. Bold or underline important details in documents. When presenting articles, awards, or reviews, emphasize the applicant's name and key achievements. 6. Document presentation. Use clear and concise formatting. Organize documents in chronological order where applicable. And bind or clip documents neatly. Maintain a professional appearance. The following are example of how to categorize evidence. 1. Sustained national or international acclaim. Published articles highlighting the applicant's expertise in major publications, awards and honors received at international competitions, testimonials from prominent figures in the field. 2. High level of expertise. professional memberships in relevant organizations, significant contributions to the field through research and publications, evidence of specialized knowledge and skills. By following these guidelines, you can effectively organize your O-1 visa evidence, increasing the chances of a successful application. What are the O-1 visa extraordinary ability requirements in the arts? The O-1 visa is for persons of extraordinary ability in the arts, entertainment, athletics, sciences, business, and education. In actual fact, anyone who excels in his or her field or specialty can qualify for an O-1 visa. Any artist, performer, entertainer, producer, or designer may apply for a full-time position if they meet the criteria for the visa. The O-1 visa is the perfect visa for visual and performing artists, designers, and consultants who are typically self-employed. Such individuals do not usually have full-time permanent positions but rather work for multiple employers on short or long-term projects or ongoing temporary assignments. The regulations provide that such individuals may use the services of a U.S. agent and do not require a full-time permanent position or employer. Rather, they may have an agent sponsor them. The O-1 visa is granted for a maximum period of 3 years. After that, the alien may apply for annual extensions, or may apply for a new 3-year visa. Arts includes any field of creative activity or endeavor such as fine arts, visual arts, culinary arts, and performing arts. Also included in the categories of essential technical or creative personnel are set designers, choreographers, music coaches, and related professionals. Employers must show that the O-1 artist is recognized as being prominent in his or her field. In the special case of the motion picture or television industries, employers must show that the O-1 artist is recognized as having a demonstrated record of extraordinary achievement in the industry. In either case, this may be done by showing that the artist has been nominated for or has received a significant national or international award or prize, such as an Academy Award, an Emmy, a Grammy, or a Directors Guild Award. Most individuals qualify by submitting evidence in at least 3 of the following categories. 1. Has performed or will perform services as a lead/starring participant in productions or events with distinguished reputations as shown by critical reviews, ads, publicity releases, publications, contracts or endorsements. 2. National or international recognition for achievements through critical reviews, other published materials by or about the beneficiary in major papers, trade journals, magazines, etc. 3. Has performed in a lead, starring or critical role for organizations and establishments that have a distinguished reputation evidenced by media articles, testimonials, etc. 4. Has a record of major commercial or critically acclaimed success. 5. Has achieved significant recognition from organizations, critics, government agencies, or recognized experts. 6. Has commanded or will command a high salary or other remuneration in relation to others in the field. If the foregoing categories of evidence do not readily apply to a particular individual, comparable evidence of extraordinary ability may be submitted. To qualify for an O-1 extraordinary ability visa in the arts, an applicant must demonstrate sustained national or international acclaim, proving they are among a small percentage at the very top of their field, typically by providing evidence like major awards, critical acclaim from prominent publications, leading roles in distinguished productions, and a record of significant commercial success within the arts industry, usually needing to meet at least 3 of these criteria to satisfy the requirements. The following are important issues about O-1 visa application in the arts. 1. Evidence of distinction. Applicants must present substantial proof of their exceptional ability through awards, reviews, publications, and significant roles in renowned productions. 2. Leading roles in distinguished productions. Performing in prominent roles within critically acclaimed productions is a significant factor. 3. Critical acclaim. Positive reviews from respected critics and publications are essential. 4. Membership in prestigious organizations. Belonging to organizations that recognize outstanding achievements in the arts can be beneficial. 5. High commercial success. Demonstrating substantial commercial success through box office numbers, album sales, or other relevant metrics can be considered.